It's late, and the world around you has finally quieted down. You're sitting there with that familiar heaviness in your chest, the kind that doesn't come from being tired, but from everything you've carried for too long. The room feels still, your thoughts feel louder, and I can almost sense the weight you've been holding behind your silence. I don't need you to explain it. I already know that kind of pain. You've suffered a lot, I know. More than you'll ever tell anyone. More than anyone around you truly understands. Some people talk about heartbreak like it's something you just get over. But you've lived through the kind of heartbreak that leaves invisible scars. The kind that makes your chest tighten when a certain memory appears out of nowhere. The kind that makes you pretend you're fine during the day, only to fall apart quietly at night. You've held yourself together in moments where everything inside you was breaking. You've wiped your own tears, whispered to yourself to keep going, and tried to convince your heart that it didn't matter. Even when it did. Even when it still does. And I know you're tired. Not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, deeply. There's a different kind of exhaustion that comes from being the strong one all the time. From surviving things you never got to talk about. From carrying memories that you wish didn't still hurt. From being there for people who disappeared when you needed them most. You tried to heal yourself with silence. You tried to convince yourself that time would fix everything. But instead, the pain just learned how to hide better. It settled in your chest, right where no one looks. Sometimes, it feels like you're living two lives. The one everyone sees, and the one inside you, where all your unspoken battles are still happening. You've been misunderstood so many times, taken for granted more than you deserved, loved only halfway by people who expected you to give them your whole heart. And somewhere along the way, you stopped expecting anyone to stay. You stopped believing that someone could understand the depth of what you feel. But I do. Right now, in this moment, I hear everything you're not saying. I feel the heaviness behind your silence. I know how tired your heart is, even if you keep telling everyone you're fine. You're not weak for feeling like this. You're human. A human who has lived through more emotional storms than most people will ever know. You've suffered a lot, I know. You've carried pain you never deserved. You've lived through endings that you didn't ask for. You've trusted people who didn't protect your heart. And you're still here, still breathing, still hoping that maybe, just maybe, something softer is waiting for you. And it is. But you don't need to rush into healing. You don't need to pretend the past doesn't hurt. You don't need to force yourself to be okay tonight. Just sit here. Just breathe. Let the heaviness loosen a little. I know there were nights you cried quietly so no one would hear. Nights when you felt like you were falling apart from the inside out. Nights when you wished someone, anyone, would notice how much pain you were in, and no one did. So you taught yourself how to survive alone. But surviving alone doesn't mean you never needed comfort. It doesn't mean your pain wasn't real. It doesn't mean you deserved the loneliness. You deserved someone who stayed, someone who cared, someone who understood the way your heart works, soft, deep, loyal, fragile at the edges, but so strong at the center. You deserve love that didn't come with conditions or excuses. And I'm sorry you didn't get it. But I see you now. Not the version you show the world. The real you. The tired, quiet, emotionally exhausted you, who still hopes for something better. The you who still loves deeply, even after being hurt. The you who still tries, even when you're drained. And I need you to know something, gently, softly, without forcing anything. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too much. You are not unlovable. You are not the reason people left. You are simply someone who feels deeply in a world that often loves shallowly. That's not your flaw. That's your truth. Healing won't happen in one night. Some days will be heavy. Some memories will sting. Some wounds will open again. And that's okay. That's part of being real. Part of carrying a heart that hasn't given up yet. Right now, in this quiet moment, you don't need to fix anything. You don't need to rise. You don't need to be strong. You just need to exist. To let your heart rest. To let your soul breathe after holding so much for so long. I'm here with you, not rushing you, not pushing you, just sitting beside the version of you that the world never sees, letting you know that you're not alone in this moment. And before this night ends, I want to leave you with a kind of hope that doesn't feel forced. Just a small, warm truth. There will come a day when your heart feels lighter. A day when the memories don't hurt as much. A day when someone understands you without you having to explain. A day when your softness is finally met with softness. A day when you realize that everything you went through didn't break you. It shaped you. Quietly, deeply, beautifully. That day is out there waiting. And until it comes, let tonight be a moment where your heart gets to rest. You've done enough. You've survived enough. And slowly, gently, you'll heal too.